Happy, I guess, New Year's Eve. I'm recording this on December 31st, 2024. So tomorrow it's going to be January 1st, 2025. So last day of 2024, and I wanted to get one more video in. Nothing really big for this video, but I thought it'd be kind of cool. I wanted to kind of do a haul video. I was out of town for Christmas and I came back for New Year's, but I was out. I went back to my hometown to visit my parents, my family, and while I was there, I went to my local retro game store and took advantage of a few sales going on at GameStop, and I got some pretty cool stuff that I wanted to do kind of a haul video, and I thought it'd be kind of interesting because by showing you guys what I got, I'm going to be teasing a few projects that are going to be coming up in the next year. So that'll be kind of cool. 2024 was an interesting year. In May, I graduated with my master's degree in electrical engineering. I got my first job, moved down to Florida, got laid off in my first job, and even fell in love. So it's been a wild ride, for sure. Definitely been a wild ride. So here's hoping 2025 has some good stuff in it as well. Yeah, so I'm just going to I have it all kind of disarranged, and some of it's still in the mail, so I can't show it off, but it's okay. Not much exciting. The exciting stuff is here. So let's just kind of jump into it. So I got one bag here. So I have to differentiate what I found at my local game store and then what I found at GameStop, because they're not all, well, I'll just do it as I can. So these first ones were from my local retro game store. So I got Sadeki, not complete sadly, but this looked like a really cool game. It works, but I tried playing this. I don't have an original Xbox. All I have are 360s. The one that I had at home was just a stock Xbox 360. This would not play in it, so I guess this is not on the backwards compatible list. I'm wondering if a modded 360 could play it. I'll have to give it a shot. If it can't, then I'm gonna have to wait till I get an actual original Xbox for this. And those aren't the easiest thing to find in good conditions, so, but it looked like a cool game, had pretty cool reviews, so I went ahead and got it. Next game, I actually found some 360 games at my local place that I've been looking for a long time. The next one is Borderlands 1, and this is the Game of the Year edition. I have been looking for the original Borderlands for a while. I wanted to find it at a Goodwill, but my local Goodwills sell games for $7. This was $9, so I went ahead and picked it up. So it's the original Borderlands. I have 2, and then I think I have the pre-sequel. Hold on. Yeah, I have 2, and I have the pre-sequel, and then I have the one that was released, I think it's Borderlands 3 for PS4 and Xbox One. So I have all those, I just never had the first one on 360. So I got it, and it has all the DLC, and it is in great condition. It got both discs there, so very, very happy to pick that up. That was a good find. And then this next game, not complete, sadly, but I've been looking for this one forever. You can never find this thing on a physical disc. At least I couldn't, and I didn't want to pay eBay prices, but I found it for $9, so I went ahead and picked it up. And that is Dead Rising 2 Off the Record. In my opinion, this is a better game than the original Dead Rising 2. That's probably a bit of a hot take, but I think that it's more fun. So yeah, I like this one a lot. So I'm happy to have this. So now I have Dead Rising 1, Dead Rising 2, and this all on 360. I don't believe Case Zero and Case West were ever released physically. I don't believe there are versions of Dead Rising 2 with those DLCs included. I could be wrong, but I don't believe so. I'll have to check. So as far as I know, my Dead Rising 360 collection is complete. So very happy to have that. So that was, you know, a good start to the old 360 collection. But now we're getting into some other stuff that I found for, you know, pretty good prices that are going to be good for the collection, but also just because I'm kind of expanding into new areas. And, you know, if I'm going to play them eventually, may as well get them at a good price. So for $30, I got this Super Mario All-Stars, the 25th Anniversary Edition, complete in box. I'm not going to pull the discs out, but trust me, it's complete. Condition is okay. I'm going to get a nice little plastic protector for it, but it's pretty cool. So from what I understand, this is the original Mario All-Stars, which I actually had as a kid. I still have it at home, but we were gifted an SNES, me and my brother, from one of our neighbors, and one of the games it came with was All-Stars, and we played that a lot. So it's a very nostalgic game for me. So they re-released it on Wii, and then there's another disc, which I understand to be just the soundtrack for the 25th edition. So I got that for $30. On eBay, if you want this thing complete, I've seen it go for $40, so that was a pretty good deal. They were giving me kind of a discount because I was buying a lot of stuff, which is why you should always buy go to your local game store and don't buy on like eBay and stuff. Buy local. So very happy to have that. That's a really good piece. Yeah. Now we'll do some other games. I guess we can start with the Switch games. I did get a few games for the Switch. I have a Nintendo Switch. I didn't buy this year. I got this back in like 2019, I think? Yeah, 2019. My buddy actually won it at an arcade for me. He worked at an arcade, and he was able to get these for, you know, a pretty cheap price. So I just paid him for it, and he got it for me as a well, kind of a favor. So that was pretty sweet. And I played it maybe once or twice, and then I just never played it again. I don't know. It wasn't my thing. I didn't have a lot of games that I wanted to play on it, but I'm trying to ease myself into it. There's some games that I want to explore on this. This one will be the home console, and then one of the things I had in the mail is a Switch Lite that had a bunch of accessories, and it was like barely played. It was in like new condition that I got for like $165 or something, so that was pretty good. So that'll be coming, and that's going to be my portable one. But this one can stay at home. Fun fact about this one that I got in 2019 is that it is one of the original models that is hackable. I don't believe it needs a mod chip, so you can actually, it's the one that has that Joy-Con exploit, which is pretty cool. So happy to have that. But yeah, I got a couple games for the Switch that I found. GameStop had a few games that were below eBay prices. So I mean, like, there's no such thing as a deal at GameStop, but if you can beat eBay prices, I consider that to be good. The first one was this Alice Gear Aegis I got for $25. That's actually not better than eBay prices. I jumped the gun and I didn't have my phone, so I couldn't check. So I kind of lost $5 on this one, but it's pretty cool. It's like a mech fighter game. I wanted to give it a try, so happy to have that. And then for $30, I got Pokemon Shield, which is awesome. Happy to have this. Another one of the things I have in the mail is Pokemon Sword, so that'll be coming in too, so I'll have Sword and Shield, which is sweet. I could not, I looked at like 3 different GameStops. None of them had Let's Go Eevee. My local retro game store had Let's Go Pikachu for $45. No, I wanted Let's Go Eevee, but I was, number one, I'll get Let's Go Pikachu after that. Let's Go Eevee is the one that I really wanted, and then I also wanted to pay like $30 or $35. I didn't want to pay $45, so we'll see. But this one I held out, got this for $30, so very happy to have that. Yeah, I don't really have much to say. I have never even seen like walkthroughs of these games, so I'm going to be going into these very cold. I kind of fell off of Pokemon once I got out of high school. Like I started playing through Sun and Moon, and then I didn't even make it like halfway through. So I kind of fell off, and I need to get back on it. So I'm happy to have this, and I will get to it one day, is all I can say. So those are my two Switch games that I picked up, and then I have Sword in the mail on the way, as well as a Switch Lite, so I can start playing my Switch, playing the Switch in the home console when I have to. Now the rest of these games are PS4 games. The PS4 is one that I've actually been quite interested in lately, because with the PS5 having been out for a couple years now, PS4 games are surprisingly cheap, and it has a lot of cool exclusives that I'm trying to pick up. So it's a great time to get into the PS4 if you've never had one and you want to get into it. So let me show you what I got here. So for $10, I got, it didn't have the original case, just the disc, but Ni no Kuni 2, Revenant Kingdom. Heard good things about the Ni no Kuni series, so happy to have that. $10. I saw the Switch version of this game at GameStop for $20, and it was the gold edition with all the DLC. Did not get it. I stuck with the PS4 version, so, you know, there it is. But happy to play that when I get the chance. Another game that I just never had is Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and I got the Steelbook edition, and it comes with like some extra stuff. I think it comes with like an extra costume and a map, like a map poster or something, but it's complete, and they put it in the damn cardboard sleeve. Thanks, GameStop. Oh boy, there we go. All right. Nice and happy there. So yeah, the cardboard Steelbook version of it. I played, there's Shadow of the Tomb Raider, there's also Rise of the Tomb Raider. I think that predates this. The only one that I really played all the way through was Tomb Raider 2013, but I enjoyed the hell out of that game. So here's hoping that this one will be fun too. Happy to have that. This game was, because I was buying a couple PS4 games, this one actually ended up being free. Hako Life. This looks pretty neat. One of those like kind of cozy games is what they're called these days. A cozy game. From what I was able to see, this is kind of like Stardew Valley and Harvest Moon kind of thing. Or wait, no. This one might have been closer to Animal Crossing, actually. I think it was Animal Crossing. But like an original version of it. So that'll be neat. I can't wait to play that. I liked Animal Crossing okay, so this will be pretty cool. But yeah, that was free, so why not? And then I got this game. I was considering getting this on PC, but I couldn't find it at the same price, and also I just was like, am I really going to play it that much that I need to get it on PC? Probably not. But I went ahead and picked up for $10 Back 4 Blood. I was really excited about this game when it was announced. I was like, oh, it's a spiritual successor to Left 4 Dead. Apparently, like, I've heard people were kind of disappointed by this game, but I haven't looked too much into it yet, so I'm excited to experience it. I want to give it a shot. I did look at some of the gunplay as part of like a review. It looked pretty good, but I didn't spoil too much of my myself on this. So should be pretty fun. I'm excited to play this one too. Yeah. Another game I got for, I think it was also $10, was Shenmue 3. I've heard of Shenmue before. Not too sure on what it is. I believe it's like a fighting game. My question is, what's the difference of Shenmue and Yakuza? Because they're two kind of similar series, right? Not sure exactly what to expect from this, but it was 10 bucks, and I've heard of the name before, so I'll give it a shot for $10. Why not? So yeah. And then the last game, also at GameStop, was Tales of Arise. I love the Tales series, like Tales of Vesperia. I played a lot on the 360, so you know I love the Tales games. So this was a kind of a no-brainer when I saw it for 10 bucks. So very happy to have that as well. Again, should be pretty fun. And that brings my PS4 collection. I'm looking at it right now on the shelf. With these, I should be almost like 20 games. Yeah, like almost 20 games for the PS4 after all of these. So that's pretty good. Pretty good little collection I'm starting for the PS4. Very excited for that because, like I said, a lot of cool exclusive games on PS4 that you just wouldn't have the opportunity to play otherwise. So that's pretty cool. There was one more thing that I got, not over Christmas at home, but there's one other thing I got that I wanted to show y'all that I thought you would find pretty interesting. Check this out. I did a short on this a couple weeks ago when I first got it, but if you haven't seen that short, then let me go ahead and show it to you. Check this out. This is an original IBM Model M keyboard. This one is dated to May 7th, 1991, date of production, so that's awesome, but it's an original model with the actual mechanical spring-initiated switches, and it's fully functional. I tested it, it works fine, so I am really excited to have this. The problem is, it sucks as a gaming keyboard. I can't really use it for gaming, but as a typing keyboard, it actually feels pretty good. So yeah, I kind of want to throw this on like a Linux PC and just start programming in BASIC or something. That would be awesome. My mom, I showed her a picture of it, and she was very nostalgic for it, which is cool. So this, I did not get it as part of like Christmas holiday shopping, but you know, I'm doing some volunteer work at a local electronics shop, and at the bottom of the shelf, the guy just has this laying there, and he's like, you know what, since you're helping me out, take it for 20 bucks. I don't know if it works or not, so, you know, if you want it for 20, you can have it. Because these things are, like, very expensive to find in, like, good condition. It's missing, like, 2 keycaps, but everything else is there. It's all functional. It needs to be cleaned, but other than that, we're good. So that was very lucky. I don't have the cable plugged in. It's in the other room, but I got the cable and an adapter, so we're good there. Don't worry about that. So yeah, it's, I'm really stoked to have this because it's like a very iconic piece of history, which is cool. One thing I don't know if you guys know about the Model M, that looks like a speaker grill. Did this thing, was this like did this also serve as a speaker output of some kind? I didn't know that the PS2 keyboard connection was also capable of carrying audio. So let me know if you happen to know the answer to that. But yeah, that was pretty neat. Oh wait, I was kind of missing the piece de resistance. So that keyboard was pretty cool. And then the last thing, I was sitting over here and I just ignored it. But one piece of tech that I have been wanting for such a long time, and I got it. There's a catch, but I finally own one, which is a relief. So I'm just gonna stop slow rolling you guys, and I will show you right now. Oh boy, this is heavy. I have one now. You might be thinking, it's a PS3, what's the big deal? Well, if you're an observer, you might notice already at the bottom here, 4 USB ports. Up top, compact flash reader. Yeah. Memory stick reader. Pro. SD card reader? Yeah? You know what this is? This is a backwards compatible PS3. One of the first PS3s launched all the way back in 2005. And I believe this is a CECHE01. I believe, I would have to double check, but I believe that that means that this is an original 80 gig model. I believe. So yeah, this is quite the beast. This was also at my local game store, and I went ahead and got it. And like I said, there was a catch to own this thing. Now, with a lot of these early PS3s, they suffered from a couple problems. Number one was the power supply failing. Number two was the yellow light of death, which is a motherboard failure when some of the capacitors on the motherboard die and it can't operate anymore. This does not have either of those issues, but it does have another issue. The disk drive is broken. So I went ahead and I popped the cover off. It's in the other room, but trust me, it's all there. I popped the cover off to inspect it and test it last night. I cleaned every inch of the disk drive, and it just won't read a disk. I tried it with PS3 and PS2. It will not read either of them. So the disk drive on this is sadly broken, and it will have to be replaced. You can get them for like $100, just the disk drive, which sucks. But in order to have a working backwards compatible PS3, that's just what you gotta do. So sadly, I'm going to have to replace it. But, you know, at the local game shop, they did not know what the issue was. This was sitting in a box of dead consoles. They had dead GameCubes, dead Dreamcasts. This was sitting in there with all of them. And the owner came in, and I've been going to this shop for 10 years. You know, I was going there in high school. They remember me. They know me. They know I'm a recurring customer. And the guy's like, and you know, I told him, I said, you know, I mod Xbox 360s. I can fix a console. I just cannot spend ridiculous money on, you know, a hope and a prayer. And he understood that, so he gave me this for $40. And he's like, give me 40 bucks, and what happens, happens. And I was like, sounds like a deal. So for $40, I got this, and God willing, if I can throw a brand new disk drive in here, it should just work. So that will be a project going into 2025 that I'm going to be doing, is fixing a backwards compatible PS3, because oh God, these things are amazing. This is so heavy. It's so heavy. It's like 25 pounds. I have always wanted to own one of these because the idea of playing 3 generations of console on just one machine is awesome. So being able to get this thing up and functional would just be great. Being able to play PS2, because from what I understand, don't quote me on this, but the PS3 famously came with HDMI. I believe this is the only official way to play PS2 games with native HDMI output. I believe every PS2 you had to use component cables. I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't believe there was a PS2 that actually supported HDMI out of the box. I know that there are mods for it, and I know there are adapters, but I'm talking natively. This is native. You can run a PS2 with bare metal and actually put out HDMI. I don't know if that's possible in any other way other than one of these backwards compatible models, because this actually has the PS2's processor in it, so you can actually play them natively. Yeah, I think that's the only way of doing that, which is interesting. So let me know, because I'm actually kind of curious myself. But that's going to do it. That is going to be a project that I'll do in 2025. I'm gonna have to I have to check because the problem with the disc is that the mechanical portion is fine. The laser, for some reason, is not working and not reading. It's just not reading the disc. The disc just won't spin. I don't know what the issue is, but it can't seem to detect that there's a disc in there, sadly. So I think I'm gonna have to just replace the thing, which sucks, but what are you gonna do? So yeah, but there's gonna be a lot of cool stuff in 2025. I don't want to spoil too much because there's still stuff that's kind of in the pipeline. I want to do another sleeper PC. You know that case I did a video of a couple weeks ago? I want to do a sleeper in that. I think that would be kind of cool. I was thinking of doing like, there's still like the, oh gosh, that video's been put off for a year, but I'm still wanting to do the low profile graphics card gaming PC. That one's just been delayed because I've been lazy. But I'll do that. I'll get to that one eventually. There's a PS2 that I'll be modding to play backups on. That'll be interesting. It's not a tutorial. It's more like watch as I do this. This PS3 I want to get fixed. So there's some stuff coming in the pipeline. It'll be pretty neat. But if there's anything that y'all are interested in seeing, let me know. But yeah, I'll be, I definitely got some stuff kicking around. It's just, with life and work, things are hectic. But yeah, hope you guys thought that was interesting. Hope you enjoyed. You know what, at the end of 2025, maybe I'll have to do another video game collection update because of all these new games and the ones that I'll undoubtedly be getting next year. I'll have to do an update. So yeah, we'll see. But that's going to be it for now. Thank you guys for watching. I had a great 2024 with you. I really appreciate all y'all's support. And here's to 2025 and some great videos and life experiences that'll hopefully happen. So until then, I'll see you guys next year. And for auld lang syne, I suppose. See you guys next time.